So in this demo is called Optimize Model Performance, right? And it's using direct query. It's using a direct query model design. It's using a different Power BI file. This is called AW Sales Analysis, and it's available in the demo folder of your download. Now you can see in the bottom right hand corner here, hopefully, I might zoom in on this. Right, you should be able to see there. I'll make it nice and big. Right, it's using direct query storage mode. Right, so I'm just going to come out here for a second. I'm just going to go File, and I'm going to go Save As. I'm going to come up. I can't remember where it was. It My Solution? No, it wasn't in there, was it? I'm going to put it in there for now, though. I'm going to call this Demo 6. Right, and we'll just save it as that. So this, if I just, well, in report view, you can see there we no longer have the data option available, right, because we're using direct query. And then if I come back up, right, we've got a slicer in here where we can choose the fiscal year. If I were to change to say 2019, it'll go away and requery the database, and then from here I can actually drill. I can drill through to see order details for that particular month in 2018. Now if I come up to the view ribbon here, right, you will see there's a performance analyzer tab. Right, now if I were to just click back, right, to get back on here, I'm then going to start recording on this sales analyzer. Now, because this is using direct query, all the data here, if I were to click into one of these, right, all the queries here, the direct query is having to go and fetch data from our database. Right, and if you come across to the date table here, right, this is now being queried. Well, I need to change the storage type first of all. So if I switch on here, and then if I change that storage mode, right, so I've switched to model view, and I've come across to the date table, and I can change the storage mode. I can change that to be import or dual. I will change it to be dual, and it tells us about the implications. The operation refresh times to deal, which may take time depending on factors like data volume. I'm going to click on OK then. So this is going to load the data into the table. Alright, and now if I come back, we now have a date option in here. If I come back to here, we've now got mix mode, and the date table is being satisfied from the model cache. Now if I come up to transform data, and come into Power Query, just let that load and drag it onto this slide over here. If I come to reseller sales, and I'm going to right click, copy and paste, and then I'm going to rename reseller sales, just make this a little bit bigger so they all appear. So I'm going to rename this, make that a bit bigger, there we go, reseller, and I'm going to call it Ag for Aggregates, reseller sales ag. Right, that's what we call it, and that's what it gets renamed to. Now we can then do some groupings on here. Alright, so I'm going to come up to group by, and I'm going to group by order date. We're going to make the column sales, and then the operation is going to be a sum of sales amount, and we're going to click on OK, and we've got some groupings in there. If I click on close and apply, right, and come down to just let that load, and then if I come down to model view, I can set the reseller sales aggregate to import. And I click on OK, and then I can create a relationship between the order date and our date table. Then with that relationship created, I can create some aggregations. So I can come across and choose manage aggregations. For the order date, we're going to make that group by. The detail table is going to be reseller sales, and the detail column is going to be order date. For our sales table, we're going to do a sum, and then it's going to be reseller sales and sales amount, and I'm going to click on apply all. Now that aggregation, now we've created that aggregation, the reseller sales table is hidden, as you can see. As you can see from the little eye symbol here. If I move to report view, right, we will see that look at our report view, the sort of cross highlight and the slicer there. They're all being served up. Clear that and refresh. I'll just refresh the visuals. That's what I wanted to do. My bad. You can see now they're being served from cache as opposed to being a direct query, which is what they were on previously. And then if we drill through, right, page changed. If we look at the table in here, that is still being served from a direct query to the database. And that marks the end of this demo. We will look at creating some reports next.